Hello and welcome to Open School of Business. You have been listening to this and hearing this for over 30 times, and this year it's been the debut of Open School of Business. And today I decided to shoot a video and an audio for you guys to find out what is the goal of Open School of Business, why we exist, who are the people behind this interesting podcast, and also a community. Without further ado, I am going to start this story. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Anar Umurzakova. I'm the founder of Open School of Business and the host and the producer of the show. So the reasons why I started this podcast were so many. And the idea came to me about a year ago. And I started recording conversations and interviews with the people that were really interesting from last year. And I had all these different ideas and different reasons. So let me start with the first one. I really started to appreciate the audio experience and listening to audiobooks and podcasts myself when I had my daughter about 3.5 years ago. And because when you become a parent, it's very difficult to sit down and read an actual paper book. So I took an advantage of the time that I had when I was either nursing my baby or in a car, or pretty much any opportunity that I had to be able to put on those headphones or turn on my computer wherever I am and start listening and learning and doing new discoveries for myself through that audio experience. And I found it very easy, very easy to find time for it, first of all. It was just incredible to be able to continuously learn through that outlet. So I was a fan of podcasting and audiobooks still. That's why I thought podcasting is a really great tool, a really great medium for anyone who wants to continuously learn. So learning is at the heart of what I do. And that's another reason why I thought podcasting would be really great for me, because I love learning and connecting with people. And when I have different guests on my show, I learn a lot myself. And I didn't want to stop learning just because I became a parent. So that was very fundamental for my business as well, because I'm a trainer and I have done project management training, and I do project management strategies, business strategies for companies. My company is called Go Project Management. I have had project management experience for over 13 years and worked in many organizations, including Accenture, International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, British American Tobacco, and Comparex, that's another consulting firm. So basically, as a person who done the learning as a business, for me it was very important to jump on this new trend, jump onto this new medium of teaching and learning. That's why Open School of Business, not only a podcast, I would say it's a community of collaboration. And this is the reason why, as you followed, you might have noticed that every 2-3 months, I would introduce a webinar with different experts in the field and things that are really pressing and hot topics at the time. For example, in April, we had a recession is an opportunity uh, webinar for the small business owners who were in trouble because of the pandemic. And recently, we just finished a webinar on how to strive and how to advance your career despite the pandemic for working mothers. And I think everyone is struggling at this point because of the pandemic and the quarantine and its consequences. So I wanted Open School of Business to be the place for people who want to share knowledge free and for people who want to acquire knowledge for free, to come together, collaborate, and create this new products, new knowledge materials, and just really become a community of people who do amazing things. And I think people is the third reason why I'm doing this. I was thinking about how many people that I've met and I've been working with, even like that have done amazing things, and they don't even have LinkedIn profile. They don't have social media presence. A lot of people can't even contact them, find out about their lives and their careers. And it's a big loss for the world. So I thought, what an amazing tool to take these people's stories and make them available for everyone to share. And this is what I really love about Open School of Business, that people who listen to the podcast and then they meet at the webinar with the guests, and they can expand their network. They can find projects to collaborate on. This is just a very interesting and very engaging tool, I think, in my mind, to have people who are like-minded, who believe in the power of networking, in the power of collaboration, to come together and build something that they envision. And obviously, I think the last reason is I love talking. I love connecting with people and talking about their passion, learning about their passion, and also sharing the things that I believe in my life. Collaboration is one of the topics that's always like a redlining in any of these conversations. All the successful people that I had on my show thought um, gave an answers to the question of collaboration versus competition. Most of them say there's no doubt that collaboration makes success happen, and it's just really true. So I think Open School of Business has been great for me because I just met a lot of interesting new people, and also I shared the people from my network that I've worked with that I know really well, and I was able to share their stories with you guys, and it's just been really great, and I'm happy to post this particular episode about the Open School of Business and its goals and why I started them, because the idea came about last year, and my first interview with Gia Gohar Nurtaz, who's the producer from Kazakhstan, who lives in LA now, we did it in August 30th. So now it's kind of an anniversary when it all started. Of course, I had a great deal of work that I've done with producing, with editing and mixing and all these things, working on the logo, working on the website, and all the creative materials for the podcast. And I'd like to thank my husband for that. He has helped me a great deal with those. And definitely I learned a lot of technical skills myself to be able to maintain that, level it up, and bring it to you guys in 2020. So it took about 6 months, because the first about 5-6 episodes I did them um, live, where it was the guests and myself in a room. We sat together, we had a great conversation. So it was like a real TV talk show. And these were all the times before the pandemic. So I'm really happy that I had time to be able to do that, in person discussions. However, now I'm also happy that Open School of Business is contributing to this new reality that we're having right now, all the challenges. And I hope that it's really helping you to stay afloat, to find new inspirations, because all these episodes that I've posted, the stories amaze me, and the stories and the personalities, and really the difficult decisions people had to make to achieve what they achieved. So I encourage you to tune in into some of the episodes that you haven't listened, and definitely tune in for the next webinar, which is about podcasts. So this next webinar is going to be on August 21st. The topic is how to make podcasts engaging. So we are going to have some amazing speakers who are probably much more experienced in podcasting than me, and they will share their tips and tricks on how to make the podcast interviews or just general live sessions on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram more engaging, how to make your audience be more captivated, what kind of topics are the best for discussions, and questions like that. So I really, really wanted you guys to be inspired to do your own podcast and find your own reasons to start a podcast. And if you want to learn more about those, we are going to have a new webinar this month, August 21st, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the US Eastern Standard Time. So please check out the links below for the webinar registration. I will be very happy to connect with you. And like you saw on some of the webinars before, we really like participants to comment and question and be completely engaged with the speakers. So it's not only two people who are there always talking and saying what they think about it. So you have a complete opportunity to have a live discussion with the experts in this field. So one of them is James Mulvaney from podcast.co. He's the CEO and the founder of matchmaker.fm and podcast.co, which is a great platform. Again, if you want to start a podcasting, it's a great platform to have your podcast on. And he's been working for over thousands and thousands of podcasters in his life to help them succeed. So I'm sure that you would like his advice on your podcast. And the second person is Liz Riddle from GW. And she just started her podcast on GW alumni and their successes and all the amazing people GW has. And that's a really special podcast for me because I am also GW alumna. I completed Master of Science in Project Management program back in 2007. And a lot of my guests were also from GW. So I really support this new initiative and this new podcast that they have. And they have been really great doing different programs like George Speaks Business, for example. I have attended quite a few live sessions that they had at the campus, on campus. So I think the webinar is going to be really, really awesome. And I want you to register ahead of time so we can meet as well as just communicate on email. So if you really love continuous learning, community engagement, I encourage you to go to www.openschoolofbusiness.com and register for our leadership newsletter emails. And we are going to launch that group soon, so we can start online discussions, online webinars and lessons on leadership. And that's happening in the fall, this coming fall in September. So you have the whole month to register for it. And also I'm announcing a $50 Amazon card sweepstake that you can win by entering your email and becoming part of our community. So I think that's pretty much it. So, but thank you so much for your attention today and for listening to this podcast. And like usual, I want you to know that this is something really great that we're doing, and you are a part of it. Thank you.